Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. Okay, Leo. We're going to knock this out, Leo. With this deck, I believe. Yes. Okay. Leo. Okay, so I did a 200 sub video in gratitude for you guys. A little bit more immune booster stuff happening. And the astrology podcast just put out their December forecast, if you will, for the month. Go check them out. Support the astrology community as much as you humanly possibly can right now, because the government's trying to do this weird thing where they put satellites up in the sky, and to the point where we won't be able to see the constellations anymore. So yeah, if we could advocate to not pollute the skies like we are everything else, that'd be great. So give the astrology community as much support as you possibly can at this time. That'd be awesome. I think that's it. Ooh, we're going to keep that. So what does the universe have for Leo? What is happening? Frequency, energy, vibration for Leo. What's happening for Leo? What does the universe want Leo to know right now? Understanding frequency, energy, vibrations for the highest good of all my animals. Listen here, vicious savage. Did you have breakfast already? He's like, I know, but people are watching. He does that all the time. Like, guests will come over and just beg me for treats. And who is that sweetest little vicious savage? You have food in the other room. Go look in your other bowl, boo-boo. Boo-boo, your other bowl. Trust me, it's there. Go look in the other. I love you, Beastie. Okay, these two popped up first. Oh. Beastie, it's in the other room. This one's empty, but the other one is full. So then this one. Okay. He's getting serious. I might have to watch my ankle. All right. Oof. Okay, Leo. You got your little snail moving. Sorry. You got your little snail moving. Get a boo. I like my ankles just the way they are. I'm going to go find him some food. Beastie. Come on, vicious savage. Okay. So he did have food. It just wasn't close enough. Okay. So the Chariot, and the Hermit. That's okay. You can move forward in Hermit mode. King of Pentacles. Yeah, you're reassessing what's in there. Like, is this what I really value? Is this what I really want? Knight of Pentacles. It's coming in slow. You're moving slow because you're supposed to move slow in that mode. You are letting some mental energy carry you forward. But then you're under a little bit of regret here, Leo. Why am I getting you volunteered this? You did this. You're like, I want to move forward in Hermit mode, and I'm going to reassess everything. You're just... Well, way to be a Leo and have courage to look at it. Ha. Okay. Can you tell me more about the Chariot and the Hermit mode? That was a good boy. What about the Chariot and the Hermit? Yeah, for Leo. Ooh, Empress energy. Yeah, That's what I thought. Freaking processing like a boss. Not Leo. No. Ooh, dang. Okay, the Lovers in reverse though. Okay, that might be what threw you. Knight of Wands in reverse. Temperance in the uprights. Ace of Wands in reverse. King of Cups in reverse. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, that's what's putting a little spoke or a little stick in your spokes. Okay. You're trying to keep a level head. You're keeping things balanced. You are either dealing with someone who is extremely... I'm getting emotional. Emotionally volatile? Who does not even have their own best interest at heart. Is that you? The Temperance might just mean they're putting it out into the universe. So whatever situation this is, because all these cards, these two flew out by themselves, right? The Hierophant and the Empress in the upright. And then all of these cards flew out in one little cluster thingy. Okay. This is a lot of energy coming from one source. No matter why. So something here, because they're not holding their own best interest, now you have to go and look at your own best interests. And you're taking your time. I'm getting that, like, whatever situation, person, maybe this was a lover, maybe this was, like, somebody very significant to you that wasn't a lover. But they done did it. They stepped in it. They did the big no-nos. You're still going forward, though. You're not letting this slow you down. I get you moving on and just regretting something about this. Let's clarify. Can I get the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Swords for Leo? Can I get clarification for Leo on that, please? Page of Cups in reverse. Three of Cups in the upright. King of Swords in reverse again. Okay. The Swords in. Okay. Yeah, you don't see another way through this. It has to be... they are trying to come through and offer you something here, and you're like, this is not a choice for you here, okay? So whatever they want to work through together, they're coming in and offering you this, and you're like, no, we can't. There's no option here. There's no working together on this. It has to come to a complete and utter destruction and rebuild. Okay. Now, your regrowth versus their regrowth, totally different story I'm getting here, because you're still in regret. You're still, like, PO'd about this. Which, with that energy up there, holy Jesus, who wouldn't be? Yeah. King of Swords in reverse twice. So, they didn't offer you a genuine connection here. I'm getting one-sided. This was a one-sided connection where you kind of had, like, you would come together maybe in, like, a group setting I'm getting here, but they wouldn't show up, like, in a mental, emotional space. They would just kind of be a hollow shell when they showed up. A hollow shell, but then I'm getting toxic waters is what they're waiting in right here with all this weirdness. And the King of Cups in reverse, Ace of Wands, Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Knight of Wands, and the Lovers in reverse. So toxic waters. They're not processing through their own stuff, so they're bringing it forward into communication, into some sort of situation that involves more than just you. I'm getting this is more than just you, but I'm getting that you might have to close yourself off completely from all of these people because they're not, I don't think they're understanding how this is affecting you and how it, I don't think they understand how it might be affecting them either. I don't get that at all here because you're moving on even though this is it. So you're moving on from this because how do you even in this situation, right? Because you have no choice. You know it's not going to work. So the Three of Pentacles. Okay. That's all right, Leo. Shit happens. Okay. I wish I had better news for you. If it were all sunshine and rainbows. Where's the growth? Where's the contrast? How are you going to grow, right? You are moving forward. So that's a good thing. Just not in this particular energy. And dang, if this is what the energy looks like, do you really want it in your life? Really? Is this going to help you on any way, shape, or form? No. I'm getting a big fat no on that one. Okay. So, yep, moving forward. Ace of Swords. Okay, the Emperor is in reverse. So don't let this make you bitter. But you're coming to a space of emotional stability and understanding. And the Six of Wands in reverse. But you're not taking it public. Okay. Page of Swords in reverse. The Knight of Cups in reverse. The Two of Swords in reverse. And Strength. Yeah. Okay. You're gaining clarity as to why this whole entire situation was completely and utterly beyond repair, okay? And how it took a toll on you. You're seeing the Emperor in reverse clearly. Clearly. But you are standing in your emotional integrity and not taking any of those wands out into the public sphere and whipping this person for being the way they are. And I think that's a really smart decision because the other people in the situation are not going to understand. They're not going to have any comprehension of what the heck it is you're talking about because they're not in themselves either. So sometimes when we have a group dynamic where someone is feeding things on a socially acceptable level, right? They're coming forth and they're saying, look, I'm doing this and I'm blah, blah, blahing this. But they're coming forth in a way that might be a little bit backhanded, that might be a little bit manipulative and kind of... how do I put this in a way that doesn't get into a narky McNarkerton? They don't have their own best interests at heart. They have no idea where their values are or even what they are. No clue. All of them. They are completely blind to their own values. See the black in the ribbon? They're in the dark on their own value system. So of course they can't honor anybody else's. Of course they can't. They have no clue what their own is. Okay? So, and they're emotionally volatile about it. Okay? Queen of Cups in reverse, or King of Cups in reverse. Very emotionally immature, can't think straight, can't feel straight, can't bring anything of substance to the table other than, hey, I did this one thing, hey, I brought this, hey. And unfortunately in this society, we think that this is an acceptable way to be in the world. When people come to us in their emotional damage, their mental damage, and they're complete and utter ignoring any sort of value system that, and it doesn't have to do with anything religious. Everybody thinks values and morals and they think religion. No. No. So your values are what you bring forward from your core. No one puts them there for you. We think that they're supposed to be put there for us, but that's not how that works. At different points in our life, we're going to have different value systems, and they're going to rank differently. This person has no concept of that at all. They have no concept of it. And you can see that, you can sense that. And then the picture comes together in a really muddled way at first, but then you gain the emotional clarity as to how that type of toxic behavior and toxic ignorance, for lack of any other better word, toxic ignorance is going to leave the whole situation in a muck. And you're like, I gotta go. I gotta get the F out of here. I gotta go. I can't stay here because otherwise, okay? So Page of Swords in reverse, Knight of Cups, the Two of Swords. Yeah, you're taking the blinders off and getting into your emotional being and refilling that cup. So the next cycle is going to be completely understood. That when this shows up, you'd be like, nope. Been there, done that, seen it. No, it doesn't do anything. Moving on. Okay? Moving on. Go, Leo, go. Yeah, and you don't need... I'm getting here that just because this person is completely emotionally ignorant and ignorant of their own values. So a lot of times, okay, I think I found a way to kind of move forward and explain this in a way that's like not so... Give me a second. Okay, that's not so... So oftentimes, and I've heard this on a TED Talk too, and this is kind of scientifically on a psychology level. I remember hearing this too in like I think it was 101 class even. A lot of times we just learn the rules, right? We just learn the rules for moving forward. We just accept the fact that this is the rules, you pay attention to the rules, and then you move forward in this way. We're not instructed on developing any sort of value system or structure outside of having a religion, right? Or if you have, parents that are self-aware and dun woke. Full disclosure, not a Marxist. When we don't have that set up for ourselves where we have full access to go in and permission to go in and assess for ourselves, look, this is my core and what it looks like and how it behaves and how I want to move forward for myself. This is what it is. When we don't have that, okay, things are just going to automatically get toxic. Automatically. Because if we don't stand on our own authenticity, we're going to be susceptible to all the manipulated factors on the outside of us. All of them. Okay? So you see that happening here. But sometimes when people like this step in and then they have this going for them and this going for them and that going for them, they appear to be very tempered, right? And know like what they're doing. They have no clue. None. They have no connection to themselves or anybody else. Oftentimes those are the people that lead us astray. Unfortunately, we give authority to people that don't know what the hell they're doing. Not always, but a lot of times we give authority to people who really don't have that inner... So we need to be very cautious of that. And the one thing I see you doing here, which is really cool for yourself, is you are going inside and getting that for yourself. You are filling your own cup. Okay? And you're gaining strength here from this situation. Because you're like, that's not how to do things. Because this is your energy. You already had it, and that's why you can already see it. You can be like, I gotta go. Bye. because you know that this isn't talking about it, bringing it to light. No one would listen, and that's unfortunate. But what do you do, right? It's not anything that's in your responsibility realm, and I don't see you taking responsibility for it. Kudos, Leo. Kudos for not taking responsibility for someone else's emotional, mental, psychological immaturity. Okay? So that's what I got for you. So I think this feels like, for me, just a validation that you're not losing your mind, Leo. It is there. Definitely it is there. You're not alone, and you're not losing your mind. Okay? What do I need to pull for Leo? Do the lightning deck. What does the universe want Leo to know for support through this situation? Maximize their strength, determination, and heart space here. Give them a good message. What does Leo need to know from the universe? Oh, you got 2 cards. Yes, darling, I will read both of them. You have the buffalo and the medicine cards. Oops, forgot to remove that one. Sorry. Ooh, the bottom one is blank. So you might need, this is what I'm getting. You might need to go look. You might have had a favorite animal from childhood, or a favorite one that's in your brain already that you need to go look the meaning up. I don't care if it's a mermaid with a freaking horn coming out of its head. It's got a meaning to it. Go figure out what it is and use that as medicine. That's why they leave those empty, by the way. Buffalo, 19. Let's do this. What up, Yoda? Are you nice full puppy dogs? Puppy dogs, puppy dogs. Okay. Buffalo, you bring us the gifts of life. Hear our prayers, smoke rising like phoenix. We are reborn within the sacred words. Prayer and abundance. In the Lakota tradition, it was the white buffalo Ka woman who... Sorry, I have critters. Sophie, how you doing, baby? No, we're not gonna... Sorry. Not now. Okay, sorry. Okay. In the Lakota tradition, it was the white buffalo calf woman who brought the sacred pipe to the people and taught them to pray. The bowl of the pipe was a receptacle that held tobacco, an herb with male and female medicine. The stem of the pipe represented the male entering the female and seeding life. In the coming together of male and female, the connection to the divine energy of Great Spirit was made. As the pipe was loaded with tobacco, every family in nature was asked to enter into the pipe and share its medicine as a prayer and praise to the heavens. The smoke was considered to be a visual prayer and was very sacred and cleansing. All animals are sacred, but in many traditions, white buffalo is the most sacred. The appearance of white buffalo is a sign that prayers are being heard, that the sacred pipe is being honored, and that the promises of prophecy are being fulfilled. White buffalo signals a time of abundance and plenty. Buffalo was the major source of sustenance for the Plains Indians. It gave meat for food, hides for clothing, warm and soft buffalo robes for the long winters, and hooves for glue. The medicine of buffalo is prayer, gratitude, and praise for that which has been received. Buffalo medicine is also knowing that abundance is present when all relations are honored as sacred, and when gratitude is expressed to every living part of creation. Because of its desire to give the gifts that its body provided, and because of its willingness to be used on earth for the highest good before entering the hunting grounds of spirit, buffalo did not really stampede and run from hunters. To use buffalo medicine is to smoke the pipe in a sacred manner and to give praise for the richness of life to be shared with all races, all creatures, all nations, and all life. It means smoking for others so that their needs are met, praying for the good of all things in harmony, and accepting the great mystery as a part of that harmony. If you have drawn the buffalo card, you may be asked to use your energy in prayer. You may also be called upon to be an instrument of someone else's answer to a prayer. This could portend a time of recognizing the sacredness of every walk of life, albeit different from your own. To honor another's pathway, even if it brings you sadness, is a part of the message that Buffalo brings. This may be a time of reconnection to the meaning of life and the value of peace. Most assuredly, this time will bring serenity amidst chaos if you pray in earnest for enlightenment and the power of calmness, and give praise for the gifts you already have. Buffalo medicine is a sign that you achieve nothing without the aid of Great Spirit, and that you must be humble enough to ask for that assistance and then be grateful for what you receive. Okay, so another thing about the smoking of the pipe and whatever else is very good for smudging and cleansing. So if you feel these energies are attached to you, you can use their sage. I don't do a very good job of wrapping. It's a little messy. I apologize. Otherwise, you can pick up some Paleo Santo. Okay, there's sweetgrass you can use. And what I do is like you can get a pack of cigarettes even and just break a little bit up and put just a little bit of tobacco in your cauldron or a safe burning pot, whatever you want to call it. So they sell these little charcoal tablets, and I use different herbs and stuff on the little charcoal thing depending on what kind of energy I want to bring into my space. And sometimes if I feel like I need to get rid of some energy or ask someone to enter and cleanse for me, a lot of times I'll do that, especially the ancients. And again, you don't need to like use the whole cigarette. Just a little teeny tiny drop of tobacco will help facilitate that. Okay. I used to smoke a lot, and it has a lot to do with spirituality. It has a lot to do with taking on energies that don't belong to us, or energies that we're supposed to do something with and we're not instructed on how to deal with those energies. So then we have to deal with those energies in a way that is... I'm not advocating smoking cigarettes. I'm not advocating burning tobacco in your house. I'm saying that if it's an option for you, this is the safest way to go about doing it. And you don't need to do it in excess. It's been like 3-4 months since I burned just like 2 little sprinkles of, like 2 little in my cauldron, along with a bunch of other herbs. So, I don't remember. August is the anniversary, so August a full year, and then however many months it's been since August. So, understanding that these things have purpose and they're not just woo-woo, and it really does help to facilitate, especially those people with medicine that others like to project themselves onto. Oftentimes, people will put their emotional BS on other people, okay? Because they don't know how to deal with it. They haven't been instructed. They don't want to deal with it, okay? Because it makes them too uncomfortable. I'm not saying that you need to accept it. I'm not saying it's your job to deal with it. I'm not saying any of that at all. Absolutely not. You need to keep your own guard up and your own safety. But oftentimes, if you are one of those people that is called to smoke repeatedly, you might have that medicine, okay? And you do need to keep yourself safe and protected. And there's nothing to be ashamed about that. I'm just offering you another avenue. Instead of smoking a cigarette, you can just, whatchamacallit, there's multiple ways to keep yourself safe. There's so many ways to keep yourself safe from that. So, I see you, Leo. I see you. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with you. You just need to educate yourself a little bit on ways to move forward with that, right? The Healer's Manual is a good one. Yeah, just gonna whip out some books quick. The Healer's Manual, Beginner's Guide to Energy Healing for Yourself and Others. Okay? Not a bad book to pick up. It'll give you a really good indication. Then there's Sacred Medicine, understanding the animal and insect realm. For me, that was really healing on my journey because, like, when you're outside, which you kind of have to go outside anyway, this kept me looking around. This kept me preoccupied. And that medicine, while you're out there smoking a cigarette, learn your plants, learn your critters while you're out there, what's coming up for you. And they'll help you process through that information, okay? Everything has frequency, energy, vibration. Everything has frequency, energy, vibration. If you think that's too woo-woo, there's plenty of scientific channels out there that you can go to. There's no shame, and we need all the ecosystems. But I'm saying this for the people who understand what kind of energy that is and need to get the F away from it and can't speak out about it. You're not lost. You're not alone. I see you. And this is one of the many faceted ways you can help yourself get through that, okay? And then there's the Good Energy book. I love Tess. Tess is one of the rare goddess that has graced this planet. I love her work. I love her writing. Tess is a good person. Good people, whatever you want to call it. Tess, energy. Read this book. Just read it. It'll help you for those of you who do sense this energy that everybody else seems to be completely oblivious about, this medicine will help you create the environment that's going to, every room you walk into, you'll be able to access some sort of healing vibration. Because when you go out into the world and nobody else sees it, but you see it and you're like, get into it. Okay? There's no need to shame yourself for it, to blame yourself for it, or feel guilty about it, or think there's something wrong with you. Okay? There's not. I know. It's a thing. It's a real thing. Okay? So learning how to create that space around yourself and learning what that feels like, what that energetically feels like in your environment, and attaching yourself to those energies. Then you can take it out into the universe and be like, okay, so when something like this happens again, you won't be so affected by it because you'll already be in that energy of like complete and total understanding, and you'll know exactly what it